everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another speed build. So today I am continuing my Build Newcrest Community Lots Edition project, and this is the Newcrest River Park. So in my last video, which was the, what was it? Oh, it was the museum, yeah. I had asked at the end for you guys to vote on which lot you wanted me to do next, because I'm going to go through neighborhood by neighborhood in Newcrest and, you know, replace the lots as I decided I wanted them to be laid out as. And we had a three-way tie between the park, the pool, and the library. So nobody wanted the art center, which honestly, like, not to like sway the vote or anything, but I was kind of okay with that because I just did an art center build like not that long ago. But it's really cool. You should check it out. It's called the Steinke Art Center. I highly recommend it. But anyways, so I had a tie. So I wound up putting in park, pool, and library in like a random generator thing, and park came out as number one. So that's what I'm doing this week, and then next week there'll be another vote at the end of this video, so you can vote between pool, library, and art center. So make sure you watch all the way to the end of the video so you can see that poll. But yeah, so this is the park. So I decided that I think this lot, this is a 40 by 30 lot. I'm pretty sure it's also the biggest lot in Newcrest. Is that right? That doesn't seem right. Maybe it is the biggest lot in Newcrest. I don't remember. But in any case, I decided to build a park here. So it's interesting. So I put this toddler playground area in because, one, none of the base game parks have toddler stuff in them because we didn't have toddlers at launch, which now seems like absolutely craziness to me. But if you look like just past the border of the park itself, there is already a children's like jungle gym pirate ship play center thing. So I was like, well, I'm not going to put another one of those here. However, playground equipment is part of the required elements for the park style of lot. So, and on the other side of the lot that's empty currently, but it's where the art center will be, there's a separate little playground area over there that has monkey bars and a couple of grills and some picnic tables and stuff. So I was like, okay, so this area already has like stuff for children. Like, they've got that covered. So it's not that it's not child friendly, it's just not specifically for the children. I would say that there's probably more stuff in this park for toddlers, but it's not like a toddler park either, because like obviously the toddler section is just that small area, and then there's other stuff there too. So basically I wanted to do a park that was obviously along the river because that's where this lot is. So thank you, game, for naming this lot very, very easy. It was just Newcrest River Park, boom, done. But I also wanted to make it seem like this is a park that maybe has been around for a while and has sort of been like renovated and remodeled as time has gone on. So that's why like this building here, which is the building with all the bathrooms, it's a little dated looking because in my mind this was like the original building on this lot. And you know, they maybe have updated things like the plumbing, but maybe not, you know, like it's all stylized like very like 70s, maybe even early 80s with like I don't know, like I've been to quite a few parks, both like national parks and state parks and, you know, city parks, all that sort of stuff, and it seems like a lot of them all sort of have the same style of being built about 40 years ago. Like I don't know why they all have like that stone and like wood motif thing going on with like flagstone flooring. I don't know why they all have this. It's like this universal thing that all park buildings have to be built in this same style. I don't know. But in any case, so that's what I went with for the bathroom building because again, obviously bathrooms were a required thing, even though there's actually bathrooms in the area like over by where the monkey bars are. But oh well. I also really wanted to do a hedge maze because that's not something that I personally have done much with. But I thought that was something kind of fun and different because, to be perfectly honest, sometimes it's a little difficult to come up with like new and creative things to put into a park. Now, I could have put in things like the water slide from the backyard stuff pack, or what's it called? The horseshoe thing from Outdoor Retreat. But I've actually already built a park that has both of those things in it. So it was called the Family Fun Park. I did a video on it like ages ago. I don't even know how long ago it was, but so I already did a park that was sort of like that. So I wanted to do something different, and I'd never done a hedge maze before. So I thought that would be kind of fun. And then in the middle, I put this beautiful fountain area, which I low-key love doing fountains in The Sims 4. I don't know. I think they're fun. I personally really enjoy being near water. So this is a little strange. Story about me. So I don't necessarily buy into 100% of what astrology says about you. The whole idea that everybody who's born within a 30-day period or whatever has all of the same traits is kind of crazy to me. There's probably some similarities, but it's not 100%. So I'm a Pisces, and typically I have a lot of Pisces traits, I think, some not so much, but one of the things that I do have is I've always felt very calm and content with everything whenever I am near water, or whenever I hear water, or whenever I'm just looking at a picture of the ocean or a lake, or I don't know, I've always just felt really, really calm whenever I'm around water, which is funny because I actually really, really hate going to the beach. I don't like being out in direct sunlight because I burn super easily. I don't like sand because it makes everything, it makes my eyes burn. I don't know. It's strange. I have a lot of strange things about me, but I love the ocean. I love being near the ocean. I would happily just sit inside and watch the water from a safe place for hours on end. So I don't know. So I was all right, I'm gonna put in this super awesome fountain with colored lights and stuff because it is next to the river. So I was all right, that makes a lot of sense. We have this lovely picturesque river basically going around the corner of the park. So I was all right, I'll put a fountain in the middle of the hedge maze. I also sort of put in a few other things some bushes and benches because if you're walking through a hedge maze you might need to sit down. I also put in a couple of chess tables just because that would motivate Sims to actually go through the hedge maze. So, they would walk to the chess tables. I also put in a woohoo/toilet bush. So, do with that as you will. I was doing the intro over a lot of the Toddler stuff, so I'll go back and kind of touch on that too. So I put in, obviously, the Toddler playground equipment thing, which, side note, this is really annoying to me so in The Sims 4, we can't recolor things, in-game as we could in The Sims 3. There's no create a style tool, there's no color wheel for anything except for pets for some reason. So why they still continue to give us some items with so few color swatches, I don't understand. I hate that the Toddler playground only has 3 recolors. It has the standard, yellow, blue, red. It has this black, white, tan one, which, okay. And then it has, a pink and purple one. Okay, so outside of, making, a fantasy fairyland type of park, I don't know where else I would put in the pink and purple. I don't hate the tan, black, and white one, but it's also not really my favorite either because it seems a little boring. I don't know, all of the playgrounds around here, especially when I was growing up, it seemed like they would have this color palette of green and tan and maybe a really dark gray or a black. I don't know, it just, or blue and white and some other color that isn't yellow. Like, I don't know. I feel like they could have given us more recolors on that. But anyways, I also put in a couple of tables with umbrellas, like in that area, so that way then parents could sit there and watch their children play. And I haven't done this yet, but I also do put in a little grill like right outside of it, so that way then if you want something grilled to eat, you can make it. I also really wanted to put in like a pseudo full-size basketball court. Now obviously our Sims don't treat it as a full-size basketball court, which again, a little bit of an oversight, I think, but I understand why they couldn't like program that in to do like both full court and half court types of basketball things, but whatever. I set it up as if it's a full court one, so you know, there could just be like 2 separate games going on all at once. It's cool, I get it. And yeah, so I also put in, what else did I put in? Oh, I put in a wishing well. So I love the wishing well, but I never use it unless I'm in a park. I don't know. I never put it on a home lot. Maybe because the wishing well in The Sims 3 was always like a park type of object. It came in, oh my god, what was the name of that world? Lucky Palms? It was the one with the casino. But yeah, so in any case, I always put in the wishing well in park lots, but I never use them anywhere else. And since they're not a base game item, I tend to not use it very much, because usually I just do base game parks, unless I'm specifically like, oh, I want to replace this park. But now I can use the wishing well whenever I want, because I've built this lovely park, which I can always place in Newcrest. Hooray! So yeah, so now I'm just going through and doing some landscaping. It's interesting. I flip-flop on how I want to do landscaping. So trees I tend to place first. Then I will go do terrain painting for where I want, like, I don't know, clumps of bushes. That's probably not like the most beautiful phrasing of that, but that's basically, like, let's be real. That's sort of what they are. They're clumps of bushes arranged kind of nicely. So I will use terrain paints to kind of mark out where I want those to be. Because especially if I have like a big open area like I sort of did here between the basketball court and the bathroom building, I get a little overwhelmed, like, oh my god, what am I gonna put there? I have to come up with things. So I'm just like, alright, bushes, that wins. And then I'm going through and just adding in some benches outside of the maze, because I realized I didn't really have seating outside of the hedge maze, which, yeah, that might not have been so good to leave that out. What else did I put in? Oh, how could I forget? I add in a cupcake stall. So if you have city living, you know that in Uptown, every once in a while, there's a cupcake vendor stall that pops up, and your Sims can go buy cupcakes, which is great, because otherwise in the game, the only time you can ever get cupcakes is if you have the stupid cupcake machine in your house, which, again, why? Why at launch they thought that anybody would want this cupcake machine in their kitchen, in their house? I don't get it. I really don't get it. But in any case, so now you can come to the park and you can eat a cupcake. I put in a bird feeder because, again, I think I've said this before, but I love bird feeders, like, in the game. I just think it adds, like, another layer of realism. And yeah, so there's a bird feeder, make a wish, get a cupcake, watch a bird, chill by the fountain, do whatever. It's a good time. So yeah. The other thing, so I've gotten into this bad habit of when I'm building, I will stop recording when I think I'm done, and then I'll continue to do things. Like, if you notice, magically there are more lights, like the tall lights with the hanging flowers on them. Yeah, I stopped recording because I thought I was done, and then I was like, oh, I should add in more lights. And then I added in those lights, and I was like, I should have recorded me adding in those lights. I think there was something else that I added too, but I don't remember what it was. But, so anyways, so I'm going to try to be more aware of this in the future, because, like, there have been a few times where I'm like, okay, I continued to build for like another 20 minutes without the camera running. Like, that was not smart on my part, but oh well. So let's see. Oh, then I realized that I didn't really do any decorating inside of the bathroom building. So I went with these plants from Jungle Adventure, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's Jungle Adventure. But in any case, I went with plants that I thought looked maybe just a little dated. And then I put in that, like, funky little, like, topographical map that came in the fitness stuff pack, which I really like that item, actually. My only complaint, as always, is I wish the different frames, like, you can only get that map with the medium brown frame. And I wish you could have it with, like, the white and the black and the gray and whatever. But, so here's the beautiful fountains. I'm really pleased with how this turned out, and I really like all the different, like, lighting effects that you can do with it. It's just, I don't know, it's just kind of a cool thing. And I think sometimes fountains are a little underappreciated. So yes, so this is the Newcrest River Park. It is currently up for download on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find it using my username, Mrs. Tomato 1018, or you can also just search for the hashtag Mrs. Tomato 1018, or you can search for the hashtag, what did I call this? Build Newcrest Community Lots? I don't know what the hashtag is. I did notice that last week's build when I put it up on the gallery, whatever my really long hashtag was for build Newcrest whatever, it actually cut off some of the characters in the hashtag because it was too long. So whoops. Or you can just use the link down below. Don't forget to vote for what you want to see next. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, you can do so down below. I put out a new video every single day, Monday through Friday. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!